Hey, welcome back to Black Light Barrage. You know, one of the biggest questions that I see asked online is, what distributor gear do I need for my engine? And what length push rod do I need? Well, let me try to clarify it and explain it to you. You ready? Come on, let's get into it. Okay, it's really not that complicated. People tend to overcomplicate it. And there is one gray area that I'll explain later. But all flat tappet camshafts were made of cast. Okay? So therefore, the distributor gear was cast. It was cast iron. They were similar metals, so they would wear the same. Then along came roller camshafts, and that's where people started getting confused. But first, let's look at a flat tappet camshaft. Okay, here's a flat tappet. This is actually a solid lifter camshaft, but look in between the lobes. You see how rough it is? That's because they were cast. And now right here is the gear for a flat tappet camshaft. This is actually a MSD distributor. Just because you buy an MSD don't mean you get a steel gear. Because see how, hit focus here, see how rough that looks? That's because it is a cast gear. You have to specifically ask for anything other than a cast gear. Now, what did I say? A cast iron camshaft requires a cast iron gear. It's that simple. They wear the same. No problem. Then roller camshafts came along. And that's where the waters got muddied. Okay, Ford, when it came out with a hydraulic roller camshaft in the 5-liter engines, those camshafts were made of 5150 billet steel. Well, billet steel will eat a cast iron gear in no time. I've seen people attempt it. It's not pretty. You pull it out and it looks like you could shave with a distributor gear. Okay, what did Ford use on their roller camshafts? They used a steel gear. Now, not only were the factory Ford hydraulic roller camshafts 5150 billet steel, their aftermarket letter cams, you know, the B, F, E, X, and Z cams, were 5150 billet steel. I've actually had a guy at Summit Racing argue with me over that. He said, no, they were not billet steel. I said, yes, they are. And they are. You can research it yourself. Or pull one out and look at it, because they're easy to spot. Let me show you. This is a Ford hydraulic roller camshaft. Now look. You see how smooth it is? Notice it's not grainy and bumpy looking. That's because it is billet steel. It is not cast. Now, what did I say that Ford used on their distributor gears for the hydraulic rollers? They used a steel gear. And they're easy to spot the same way because they're smooth. Let me show you. This is a bone stock 5-liter 302 distributor out of a Mustang, you know, roller engine. Look at the distributor gear, which isn't got some, you know, how the oil builds up on them. This thing's probably got 100, I think it's 130,000 on it. But see how smooth it is? It's not bumpy because it's a steel gear. And look how much wear there is. None. There's no wear on the gear. No wear on the camshaft. So are you with me so far? It's pretty simple. Cast on cast, steel on steel. Then along came the aftermarket. And at first, with aftermarket camshafts, they wanted you to run a bronze gear. Right here is a bronze gear that I just happen to have. It's a little dirty, but I mean, it's quite obvious they're made out of bronze. But these gears were sacrificial. They would wear very fast because they are a soft metal. I mean, it was meant to wear fast. You had to change them every so many thousand miles, but it wouldn't hurt the camshaft. Then along came aftermarket SADI camshafts, which muddied the waters and made things more complicated. It's an all-tempered core, but they're cast. They are not billet steel. They are a cast core, but they are hardened. So it's harder than a regular cast iron flat tappet camshaft, but it's not as hard as billet steel. So that puts you in a quandary. If you run a regular cast iron gear, guess what? It'll eat the cast iron gear on the distributor. If you run a steel gear, well, the steel gear on the distributor will eat the camshaft. That's where melanized gears come in. I can't show you one because I don't use them. I buy billet steel camshafts or cast iron, when I use flat tappets. But if I use a hydraulic roller or solid roller, it's billet steel. Because why bother? I mean, the true reason behind people using those SADI cores is cheaper. They can produce you a camshaft cheaper and make more money. That's all it boils down to. And all melanized is a coating. It's a coating on the distributor gear. It is not a special treatment or anything to the gear itself. It's a coating. And there's actually melanized cast and melanized steel. See, by buying, an aftermarket camshaft, say from Comp or whoever, and they grind it on an SADI core, well, they were able to make more profit off of you. But the money that you save by buying that, now you got to turn around and buy high dollar gear. So did you really save anything? Of course, there's also polymer gears now. Never used one of them. Can't really tell you about that. Okay. But did you really save anything by buying that SADI core hydraulic oil camshaft, and now you got to buy this special gear? No. Because if you had bought a 5150 billet steel camshaft, you could have used your stock distributor gear. Or, the aftermarket does have them. I've got one here because this is what I'm going to use in the Windsor. This old Mallory Unilight. Notice there's no vacuum advance or anything on it. But look at the distributor gear. No bumps. That is because it is a steel gear. And just to double check it, there is numbers on it. And I did double check the numbers just to make sure, and yes, it is a steel gear. So guess what? I can run it with a Ford camshaft. Or, you remember in my parts list, I bought this Summit Racing hydraulic roller camshaft. Guess what? There's the end of the box tool. They are 5150 billet steel. I can still run a steel gear. And sadly, that camshaft is cheaper than your SADI core camshaft. And I don't have to buy special gear. I can run the stock Ford roller distributor in it. Steel on steel. Now, there are some solid roller camshafts that are made from a billet steel that's harder than 5150. I can't remember the number. It's like 9 something. Those you have to run a melanized gear with, because that steel is so hard it will eat 5150 billet steel. But we're talking about high-end racing engines, there. You're not going to need that on the street. I mean, And don't get me wrong, SADI cores, camshafts, they do last on the street. I'm just saying, it's not as strong as billet. You didn't save any money by the time you buy the gear and stuff. So there's not really much point in buying one of them. Just buy the money and get a billet steel camshaft. Now then, as far as what length push rod do I need to run? Well, the simple answer is nobody can tell you what length push rod you need to run. Nobody. Not one person. Not even Ford can tell you. What people fail to understand is engines are built at the factory within tolerances. Okay? They are not square. You know, if you get technical and start measuring, they'll be off, like a V8 will be off from side to side as far as height of the deck, and it'll be off from end to end. One end of the deck will be higher than the other end. They're made within a tolerance. And the factory don't always get them right. You know, do you ever wonder why you could have two engines that were identical and one ran a whole lot better than the other one? Trust me, the factory don't always get it right. But when you add a different camshaft in that has different duration and different lift, okay, you've changed the preload. When you add a different set of heads, they have different length valves, all that stuff, you've changed the preload. The only way to know is to measure. There is no other way. Quit asking people, because just because it worked for them don't mean it'll work for yours, because your engine may be built within different tolerances than their engines, even though it's identical parts. You know, you may think I sound like a jerk or something right now, and I'm not trying to be. I'm just being honest with you. Because if you ask somebody and they have the same identical parts as you, it may work great in their engine. It may be horrible in your engine, because you may have a different deck height. Your engine may have had a valve job done to it, so your valves are now sticking up further. You have to measure. There is no other way. So get an adjustable push rod and measure to see what length push rods you actually need. You know, start with whatever the stock length was, and then check the sweep, check the geometry, and then adjust from there. There is no other way. I'll even give you a good example. That 390 I put together. Okay, the heads were junk on it, so I went and got another set of heads. They've been stored in an old dairy barn. One of them had a bad rust pit right in between the chambers. So I had to have 20 thousandths cut off the heads to get that pit out of the surface. Okay. That engine originally had the steel shim head gaskets, which are like 20 thousandths thick. Well, I put composite head gaskets on it, which are 40 thousandths thick. So a 40 thousandths thick head gasket, you know, that's 20 thousandths thicker than the original, but I had the heads cut 20 thousandths. So that should zero out, right? Use a stock length push rod, right? Nope. Sure didn't. Had to go to a different push rod length once I measured it. That's what I'm saying. Even though you think it'll be the same, or it should be this or be that, no. And it could have been because that engine was never right from the factory. That may be why it didn't work. So, I promise you, I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything about it. I'm just telling you, quit asking, because it's pointless. Quit being lazy and measure, then you know. And you'll have an engine that'll run 100 times better and last a whole lot longer. So, I hope this helps some of you. Be sure and hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, hype, you know, all that good stuff. Comment, and stay tuned. Me and the pups will be back with another one. And as always, listen to more Goose Creek. See you.